Good afternoon and welcome. My name is Christy Denny's. I'm one of your Miami trainers. I'm super excited to be able to present to you today Homesnap. This is available. This is a mobile app. It also has a desktop version. And we're going to go ahead and get into it. We're going to start with, how do you register?
So to register to Homesnap, you would go into MiamiRealtors.com. Right underneath the Home tab, there's a search that's available. You can type in the word Homesnap and from there give the word Homesnap a click. You also have designated classes and webinars that are underneath it if you'd like to take any additional classes. But I'm going to click on Homesnap from here. Now, what's going to happen is going to take me over into the desktop, and my responsibility is to register the first time I jump on. So I did want to point out, it says My Agent, register, and sign in. Why? Because you can share your Homesnap with your customer. What does that mean? That means that they can search their own properties and you guys can create like a back and forth where you send them properties that you think that would be a good fit for them. They send you properties that you think would be a good fit for them. And it's all, or it can be all via text, which is so convenient. So if I'm going to register, I'm going to tap on the register button on the top right-hand corner. From here, I'm going to click on I'm a real estate agent. From here, we're going to select other MLS. And from here, we're going to choose our MLS. So we are Miami. Let's go ahead and select our state. Okay, and we're right over here. So we're Miami Association of Realtors, Southeast Florida MLS. You're going to click on this tab. From here, you're going to enter your name or email address or agent ID. The system's going to register you and you're able to claim the account. You're going to claim on search or you're going to click on search to get started. These would be your first few steps. You're then going to give yourself, or the system's going to prompt you to create that password. You're going to need that username and that password in order for you to sign into the mobile app. So in the meantime, if you wanted to take some of these steps now, you can. I'm going to go ahead and segue into the mobile application. I'm also going to share this page with you inside of the chat. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and hide the floating bars. I'm going to just have my cell phone view so I can't see your questions. If you have a question for me, you can unmute yourself and ask, or I will check it in the chat ever so often. So I'm going to open up Homesnap. This would be the icon that we're looking for. We're going to go through all of your options in Homesnap, how it is that you would use it. We currently have Homesnap Pro. So I want to start with what you have available. And we'll have Homesnap Pro available. We also have a small camera on the right-hand side. And this is basically why Homesnap got its name, because of the picture option, which I think is pretty incredible. I'm actually home through Zoom, but if you are out on the road or out in the field, as they say, with a customer, you can open up this camera and it's going to create this small house shape with a little tree. You can point this into any direction of the front of a house and it's going to give you information about that property. Why? Because it knows your GPS location combined with the fact that this is a tax roll service, it's going to pool the data. Not only that, which I wish I can show you, but I'm not outside, it's going to give you the proposed value or estimated values of the neighbors on either side of the house that you pointed at, and also the neighbors across the street. So very interesting. I guess my homework, and I know we just started class, would be go outside and use the camera. You're going to absolutely love that. Now, what I'm looking at on my initial board here is information about a zip code of my choosing. So for example, I'm interested in several zip codes like 33145, 33133, and I went ahead and set these up in my settings so that if there's any new property that falls into my interested or preferred zip codes, they would fall into this section. And this is what they call news. The next tab over is called messages. Let's go ahead and explore that. So I'm going to give that a click. And this, of course, will be any messages that you've sent out to a customer. They'll be available here. You also have a Homesnap bot. So if you were to click on here, you can ask questions about the program and it can assist you. So I'm going to click on back. And then we're going to talk about the meat and potatoes of Homesnap, which is actually the map. So I'm going to give that a click. And we are going to go through the process of doing some searches and some exercises. But before we do this, we want to make sure that our branding is in place. So let's continue with our menu options towards the bottom. We have Agent Pro. This is going to say good afternoon. It's going to say your name, and it's going to scroll through different options and upgrades that you can incorporate into your program. So they're called agent only features. Why? Because your customer is also able to download Homesnap because we can invite them to use the program under our account. Now from here, it's going to show you that you can advertise a listing, farm for a zip code, have access of your dashboard, you have Homesnap showings, you can request reviews, manage your website, manage clients and contacts, find an agent, Snapshot Pro University. These are tips and tricks to boost your productivity. And then we have help and feedback. So some of these are going to be pro features. That means that they do have an upgrade. And then some of these are already incorporated into your business. So in today's class, we're only going to focus on the free features, but I wanted to be able to give you a list menu. The next option is the section that says me, and that's all things you and your brand related. So from here, we do keep our camera on the top right-hand corner. We also have your gear. Now, I'm going to give that a click. And from here, we can update our info, update those zip codes so that it feeds into our news section, and update any payment methods if you'd like to incorporate a Homesnap upgrade. So from here, we're going to click on update my zip codes. I'm going to review here my information. I also can upload a different image. I can also upload a picture in the back. I can contact or review my information like my name, my last name, brokerage, and phone number, tapping on update. I'm going to click back on my gears. Now that I've updated my info, I'm going to update my zip code. So we can see that I already have two zip codes. I have 33145, I have 33133. If I wanted to remove one of these zip codes, easy peasy, I click on the minus sign. Or I tap on it with my finger, and then I tap on the word delete. If I wanted to incorporate a new zip code, I simply use the little squares on the top. I'm going to tap it with my thumb, and then I'm going to incorporate that info. So let's say I'm interested in 33196, 33196. I wait for the add button, and then I tap it. Now I've incorporated a new zip code to fall into my feed section. So I'm going to tap on back. Okay. From here, I have different notifications that I can receive, so we can tap on these for access. For example, whenever you receive messages from Homesnap, would you like to receive emails? Would you like to receive push notifications? Push notifications are little, I guess just how they say, they're little messages that pop up on your screen on your cell phone. So if you are not a fan of info from the provider, then you can either toggle these off, or if you are, you can toggle these on. We have property alerts. Do you want to receive them? Any of the homes that you've saved, Do you want to receive those alerts by email or push notification? I like push. We have saved searches, any new listings that have been incorporated into that saved search. Do you want to receive that by email? Do you want to receive it by push notifications? Any reviews that you've received, ad proofs that are ready to go, Facebook comments that come in, news feed information. Do you want to receive push notifications? How frequently do you want to receive an email? New leads, new clients, who's viewed you, feedback survey requests, feedback survey results, access info, flash sales on Homesnap, Homesnap newsletters, product announcements, exclusive invitations from Homesnap, and then tech tips and guides. So you choose what you want to turn on, what you want to turn off. So for me, you can go ahead and toggle some of these off if you don't want to receive as much information. I for sure will keep my tech tips and guides open. So I'm going to click on back. From here, we can move down into sounds. You can make those choices as you'd like. Share photos anonymously. Would you like them anonymous? Would you not? Privacy settings are here. And if you need to connect to Apple TV, for example, if you're doing a presentation for a customer, etc., they're available here. If you need to access Homesnap, then you do have a help section that's available. And if you want to learn a little bit about the core values at Homesnap, then you have the About Homesnap section. If you want to follow them on Twitter, you can at Homesnap. And then it says, give us a high five. This is if you enjoy the program and would like to rate them, you can. You also have a section here that says, see what's new or upcoming with Homesnap that you can preview. And then, of course, you can also log out from here. So I'm going to click on back. Now that we have gone through our gear, the next section that I want to talk about is some of our branding that's available here. Now I have a wintry image behind me, which doesn't really make much sense for our market. So we're going to edit that out, clicking on the pencil and the word edit. Once you give that a click, you have some great photos that you can choose from. You can simply scroll through here until you find one that works for you and your market. I'm going to go ahead and click on this one. I think it looks great. So I'm going to choose it. And then it might look like it didn't update. So what you're going to do is tap your thumb around this section here, and then you're going to pull downward. As you see, what's happening is you're going to refresh the application and then it'll update. Now towards the middle, you have a plus sign where you can upload your own image into the system. You want to verify that your first and your last name are correct, that your brokerage detail are correct. And now we're going to start talking about how you can get this to your customers. So you have a section that says invite, you have a section that says my client, and then we have 3 dots that say more. We're going to start with the invite. Giving that a click will give you access to how you can get this into your customers' hands. So the first option is enter an email, an address. So I'm going to go ahead and type, and let's say I'm going to do an email. From here, it does have access to my iPhone contacts. So I can either choose based on what I filled out to send it to her on her phone or to send it to Connie through her email. Let's say I'm going to go ahead and send her a quick text that's most efficient. Then I'm going to tap on done on the top. It says my contact is selected and I'm going to choose to invite her. So I'm going to tap on choose. One invitation was sent. Easy peasy. Now, don't know if you guys noticed, but if I click on invite one more time, we also have share your profile link is the second option. So it says homesnap.com/ my first name, my last name, and a pointed arrow. I can give that a click. And from here, I can either choose to post it or I can choose to make it a tweet. So I'm going to tap on post. It's going to take me right into my Facebook where I'm able to post it on social media. I'm going to tap on done. I'm going to tap on tweet. It'll take me right into my Twitter where I'm able to post it right onto Twitter. Or if I'd like, my favorite way is to simply share it using the share icon towards the bottom right-hand corner. I can tap on that. and then I can start sending it over to my contacts to a specific customer. I have this copy link feature. Now I'm ready to share it however I'd like through my phone. So that's another way that you can share your info. Now, most of our contacts, or step one when we start working with a contact, is we normally search inside of Matrix. After you search Matrix, eventually you will segue into the comfort of texting properties back and forth. But if your customer started off here, you can tap into this and it immediately will allow you to log in through your Clarity account to access those contacts on your, let me tap on allow inside of Matrix. Let me tap on done. So from all of the systems, I love that this is integrated in such a great way. Now, not only can I add a random stranger, email, phone number, share my link, invite my Matrix peeps, or I have my iPhone contacts, I can just select who I want to select and then I can send it out. So for example, here we go. And I have one that's selected. Let's say I also want to invite her and I want to invite her. Once I've selected my people, I have 3 invites that I'm going to send out. I'm going to tap on done. Invite. And those are sent out. So sharing the app, very, very easy. The next section says My Clients. I'm going to give this a little click. From here, you can also invite your clients to start working with you through Homesnap. You also have the ability to search a client on top, and then we have the figure of a person with a plus. This will also allow you to invite a customer. Now, towards the middle of the page, if there is any favorites, right, people or agents that you have in the system, they'll populate here. Recently viewed is any customer who has recently viewed property within the app that you'll have access to. And then you have a list of anybody that you've invited, and then anybody who has requested. What does that mean? That means that you shared your link somewhere, either on social media, inside of an email signature, etc. They've clicked on it and they want to work with you. And you can find those here. This is the Me section. Let me go ahead and turn on back. Now we're going to go into the 3 dots where it says More. Click. Now from here, we can also manage our photos. We can also change our profile image and that background picture that we did. But I love that you have a mortgage calculator, an affordability calculator, and a net sheet calculator. So let me go ahead and click on mortgage calculator. From here, I have 2 options. You have your mortgage and your affordability calculator in the same section, and we have an estimated payment here. So we're out on the field with our customer and we're looking at property. And the property that they're looking at is 600,000. We have our down payment information. And we can choose either a down payment or a percentage. We also have a loan fixed type that we can choose from. So if I click on here, you can do 30-year, 15-year, 5/1 ARM. I'm going to tap on done. Interest rate, we have it at 4. Let's update. Annual property tax, annual homeowner insurance is also available here. We can do a monthly HOA condo fee if we wanted to, or if it's applicable, better said. Done. And as we move through this information, that estimated monthly payment is going to increase. And that's always important for them to have a ballpark figure, right? Now, the other option that you have, so we're going to go ahead and reset that. Top right hand corner, we're going to move into the affordability calculator. So we're going to give that a click. You're speaking to someone, they haven't spoken to a mortgage broker yet, and they just want to ask you a few questions. You're normally If you think about it, a realtor is normally the first place that somebody goes to if they're interested in purchasing, not the mortgage broker or the bank. They actually ask you for that info or that next step. They're going to ask you something like, well, I don't even know if I can buy. So here we have, you can afford a home up to with a figure, and then it says monthly payment X. So we have a debt to income ratio. It does not have to be perfect. You can take your thumb and you can update that info. You can slide through all the way up to 50%. And as you can see, it does say that that's fairly aggressive. So I'm going to move through and we're going to do a pretend scenario here, 15%. The annual household income, let's do 150,000 monthly debt, down down payment, year loan, interest rate, annual property tax, annual homeowners insurance, annual mortgage insurance, HOA. We're going to tap on done, and then we have an estimate towards the bottom based on some figures that we pulled, maybe based on an area that they're interested in. So we have 330,524, monthly payment 1,975. Again, ballpark numbers, just a conversation to have before you send them off their way to a financial expert that can assist them. But here they are, tapping on done. Now, let's say that you're not working with a buyer, but you're working with a seller. You have a one-on-one with them. Again, maybe on the field, maybe not such a serious conversation when you're doing a whole presentation, but again, they want some numbers. So you have a section here that's called a net sheet calculator. That's going to give them a estimate of how much money they can make if they were to sell their home with you. So I'm going to tap on the net sheet calculator, and from here, we do have a sales price. So we can take our thumb, we can drag this out, right? Sales price. Let's update this. Okay, 650,000. We have seller subsidies that we can add in, or we can create a percentage. Okay, from here we have primary mortgage payoff. Secondary mortgage payoff, if there's some. The 6% real estate agent commission is listed here. You can either update the percentage or the fixed amount. We have the transfer tax at 15%. We have a recorded fee at 4% as an estimate. We have property taxes owed that can be prorated that you can add in. And then, of course, you have sections here, some estimates for escrow attorney fees, wire courier fees, document preparation fees. And then if I click on the more options tab, we can even add some miscellaneous options like your tax status report, home warranty, and then any HOA fees that are owed, HOA fees that need to be refunded, or other. Once you're done, there's a section that says done. And not only did you fill this out, right? And not only did you provide an estimate, but now we can go ahead and click on share. And from here, we've created a document for them prepared by your info, your email, your phone number, just in case. Again, this was on the fly. You're able to send this over to them and they can contact you with all of the details. How can you share it? Simple. Towards the bottom, you have your share option. For those of you who don't even want to get too techie with it and want a screenshot from here and send in the picture, again, that's another option as well. But I'm going to use the share icon, and then you can put it either in a message, in an email. You can copy the link, share it through WhatsApp is also available. So I'm going to give this a click. Then I'm going to tap on done. I'm going to reset our options here, tap on done on the top. And we've gone over the utilities that are available. Now under social, we have view clients, which you can also get back to this page. And then we have share this profile that's also available. And this will give you, again, a different way to share it. Recent messages that you sent through your phone to your clients, to other agents that you have, your matrix contacts, your iPhone contacts, and again, your home Snapbot. So if you want to share this application, you can almost accidentally bump into that. All right, I'm going to click this again. Towards the middle of the application, we have a section here that's called stories. Now, the benefit of these stories is that they do not expire in 24 hours as they do in our other social media platforms. These will actually stay here for quite a while. I'm going to go ahead and click on this.
Lista para crear este.
These are fairly old. I believe these I did last year sometime. How to add a story, you click on the plus sign. It's going to give you access to add in a story. It's going to live on your profile for quite a while. The benefit is any customers that join you on Homesnap can view your information, and then it's just another way that they can fall in love with you and want to continue to do business with you and your brand. So towards the bottom, we have our favorites and we have recently viewed activity. So if you've favorited anything inside of the app, you're going to have it available here. Any recently viewed property, you'll also be able to just come over to your side to preview that. Now towards the bottom, here is your public profile. And then you also have an agent only profile that you can go check out. Who's viewed your profile is here, but this is one of the upgrades. And then towards the bottom, we have Homesnap showing any saved searches that you've created, your office, and then how you can manage your MLS identities. So I'm going to click on Save Searches. From here, any searches that I've created, I can edit. They also each have a gear that I can click on. They are going to be alerts to me. So I'm going to tap on Cancel. Unlike other searches that you might have created maybe in Matrix, these are not automated. You can create a search, you will receive push notifications, and if there's anything new that you'd like to share with a customer, you can then jump in there and share it. Moving on back. My office. From here, any members of your office will appear. You'll have any of the active real estate agents in your office available here for you to contact them. I'm going to tap on back. And then manage MLS activity. Okay, and this is just that you have verified your membership with Southeast Florida MLS when you logged in. We do have a plus sign up at the top that you can click on if you'd like to add or pick a different, which I don't think we need to do. Tapping on back. Okay, so far we got news, we've got messages, we've got your list of benefits, and we also got your branding, your saved searches, how to share your profile down pat. Now let's go ahead and actually do some searches. We're going to move into the Homesnap icon in the middle of the app. I'm going to tap that with my thumb, and we have some options here. So on the top, we have that camera, and the camera serves for what we talked about earlier today. We are able to take a picture of a home and get that info. If not, I also have the last place that I searched using Homesnap, which was Calusa Club Estates. If I'm interested in searching, towards the bottom, I can search what's for sale, what's for rent. I can just explore the area. I can filter it out, sort my data, and save my searches all from the same place. If I click to search, I love this too. Again, incorporated with Matrix. So if you have any saved searches in Matrix, they're going to be here. If you have any listing cards in Matrix, they're also going to be integrated here. And any of the recently saved searches that you've created are also going to be readily available. I can search by city, address, school, zip code, or MLS number. I'm going to go ahead and search by zip code. So I've incorporated zip code 33196, so I'm going to 33196. I'm going to tap on search and see if I have anything available in the area. So I'm looking at my places that I can tap on. I also have homes in a list format. So I'm going to go ahead and click on here. This is going to map the area, and I'm going to move into my filters. Okay, so for now, my status, I have for sale, for rent, explore. We have a status of for sale. So I can tap on that and I can choose for sale, contingent or pending, open house, agent open only, under contract, sold, or off market. I'm interested in for sale. I'm going to go back to my filters. We're going to up our price. So from here, let's go up into $1,200,000, price reductions only, no bedrooms. Let's move into a minimum of 3. 2 is fine. We're looking at houses and townhouses at this time, but we can click on there and you can see your other types. We've got house, townhouse, condo, co-ops, multifamilies, lots and land, mobile, manufactured, commercial, and other. I can tap on see results, and that's going to show me any results that are available, or I can continue to go back into my filters. I'm going to move through here. We have listing type that's also available. I'm going to give this a click, and this is, of course, resale, new construction, anything auction, foreclosure, short sale. Let's say I don't want to get into it with, I don't want to say I don't want to get into it. Let's say our customer is not interested in any of the distressed properties. We can uncheck some of these, tap on filters towards the back. We also have dates, square feet if they're looking for a certain size, properties with 3D tours, lot size, year built. We've got stories, school ratings in the area, HOA fees, parking details, basements, heating and cooling, pools, waterfront and views. Something that we really like from Homesnap is actually all of the filters that you have available to search. So let me see if there's anything available in that area. I did pick a small area. I'm gonna move through here and I have some right in this little vicinity here. So let's say I want to focus in. I can use my map filters to take a look. I can draw in this section. I can also open up the map with our fingers here so that we can see what's readily available. If I wanted to choose a property of interest, I could give this a little click. I also could save this before I get into searching and sending out to customers. I have some results here. I can tap on save. And it says 33196. And then towards the bottom, for sale, resale, etc., all the way up to 1.2 mil, 3 bedrooms, 2 bath, houses and condos, alerts and notifications, and I can save my search. Okay, so now that it's saved, that I can go back for it, I'm going to start exploring. Let's go ahead and take a look at this image. Once I click on it, I get a nice visual. I can also favorite a property. How? There's a little star here. I get the price. It's for sale, 5 bedrooms, 5 bath, 3,344 square feet. And I got my property address. Now to continue to see that card, I'm going to give it another tap and it's going to take me into the full card view. How do I share it? Right-hand side, you have a little square with an arrow. I can give that a click and I can share it with my customers. So I can go ahead and take click on one of my messages. Look how nice the preview looks. And I can send it right to one of my friends or one of my customers, and then I can send it over to her. She can click on it and she can see all the details on that. I can favorite it. I can contact the agent. So right in clicking the little bubble, I can send over a message to Diana. I have the listing agent. I have the showing contact that I can click. I can also click on recent messages, my clients, my agents, depending on who I want to communicate with based on this property. Let me tap on cancel. Aside from that, let's take a look at the property page that we have available. 5 bedrooms, 5 baths, we got square feet, we got the acreage. We've got listing media that's also available too. We've got nice, good pictures. Flashback is a pro feature. If you are interested in looking at properties that were listed up to 10 years ago and you want some good pictures of what they looked like, my recommendation is you can always search the MLS for expired listings or sold listings based on the property address. You can also use RPR to do the same thing, and it is at no cost. We have commute here. Love this. Why? Because a customer or you can click on here and you can add in an address. So for example, I added the address for myself. So I know that it would take me about 60 minutes to reach this property. Now your customer can do it, or you can do it for your customer, or you can add up to 5 different locations. So you can do maybe mom's job, kid's school, dad's job, and they can all figure out, okay, does this work based on commute time? How do I add an address? You click on add another address. And then from here, I go ahead and I select my commute type. I'm going to do car, commute time. You can click and choose. Let's say I'm good with, or I want to see properties within maybe 20 minutes. And then I can also add another address. So let's say I'm going to do Doral City Place. I'm going to click on here, tap on done. Okay, so customer A works at the Miami Association of Realtors. It'll take about an hour for them to get to work. Customer A's significant also works at City Place Doral. It's going to take them about 60 minutes to get here, and we can do the kids' school as well. Okay, so I do like that. Towards the bottom, you have street view. So I can see exactly in front of that house. How am I moving it? Not necessarily touching the arrows, which you can. That's going to drag me from side to side. I can slightly touch and drag my finger across the screen to move it. I can also just shift my phone. So if I want to make you guys a little nauseous, I won't. I'm going to tap on map. But you get like a good visual of what's around. Here I have all of the different parcels that are available. This is another outside feature. This is augmented reality walk that you could do. You can also get directions to this location. So again, I'm sending you outside for the second time, but it's very cool. Up at the top, we're looking at a map view, but you also have access to a satellite view. So I'm going to give you this view as well. And then I'm going to click on the X. Now from here, we have discussed our listing media with our different map views. We have our agent actions, sell speed. This is a pro report. We also have a send a rapid CMA that's available. You can schedule a showing time request. Let's keep scrolling down. You have property history that's also available here. We have our summary, mortgage info, tax info, and deeds. You can also expand everything. So tapping on expand all. You can also toggle. So I'm going to move from summary, which is giving me our last info, which is that it's currently being listed by Diana Gladys Perez. I'm going to tap on price changes. That's going to give me that information. Mortgage, I can see how it's been sold previously. tax, I can verify tax information on the property, and then how it was sold. We have our different deed types here. We can see this is an interfamily transfer. Dissolution was the last way that it was purchased. Okay, moving through here, I can notify myself of any price changes. So if my customer is interested in this, but it has to meet a certain price, this is here for me. I can contact the agent directly. And if there's any related people here, we'll have access to those details. Listing details are basically the remarks that are available. If I click on see more, we have property summary information. And then here we have, this is part of the Agent Pro, which is confidential data, like showing information on how we can show this property. We have our listing details. It also shows important information like days on market, directions to get here, property type, year built, garage, house. We have our local schools. It also gives it a grade. We have that commute time, property lines that you can open, and then similar listings in the area. So your takeaway is searching is easy. Sharing your property is easy. Here's for rent. Up at the top, again, you have your sorts or your filters on how it is that you'd like to find these properties. Let me tap on reset to clear it. Tap on cancel. We know how to save. We know about the camera. We know how to share. And we know how to share property and the application. Under Explore, that means I can just kind of move through that map and find the info for me. On the right-hand side, we have that commute. We can draw. I can search for property right where I'm located. We have layers that are also available, right, where I can find schools in the area. So as I explore, I can view schools in the area. I also have satellite view that's available as well. So I can see over top. Love that if I'm exploring an area that I'm just not familiar with. Love that. And then we have our list towards the bottom. What does that do? That allows us to search and view property at the same time. So for example, I'm in the area of Winston Park. It educated me by adding in that info here. And then any of the properties that are available, I can go into that list view. Okay. Moving back into for sale. It'll keep me in Winston Park. I'm no longer just exploring, so I'm able to scroll my thumb up and continue to see what's available. But with that, guys, that is Homesnap. Basically, search, share. You've got some great aspects with the augmented reality walk and the camera. Stay up to date with your news, do your branding under me. And with that, that is Homesnap. It was a pleasure to teach you today. I hope you have a beautiful rest of your week. If you are interested in joining us for another Zoom class, we will be having Zoom tomorrow. I believe we'll be having IMAP tomorrow morning at 10 a.m. I do invite you to register. They will, IMAP is used quite a lot. We will use IMAP when we incorporate a listing into the MLS. You use IMAP when you want to do some farming and prospecting. You use IMAP if you want to verify information on a property, like if it's distressed, owner details, stuff like that. And then in the afternoon, we're going to do RPR, the residential platform, the desktop, and that's going to be available at 1:30. But with that, have a beautiful rest of your week. Thank you for joining me. Thank you, Tyson, for all of your help in the chat. And have a great day, guys. Bye.